This is our today's lecture. In this lecture, we are going to study triggering methods of SCR. Now, triggering methods meaning these are the methods which are used to turn the SCR on. Okay, these are also called as turning on methods or firing methods. So if you hear triggering methods or turning on methods or firing methods of SCR, these methods mean these are used for turning on of the SCR. Okay, similarly there will be some methods which are used to turn off the SCR. Those we will study later on. So today we are going to study about turning on methods or triggering methods of SCR. Now let us just have a look of what we have studied earlier. We have studied the VI characteristics. In those characteristics we have studied when an SCR turns on and in what mode it is turned off. So first and foremost condition for turning an SCR on is having anode positive terminal of the supply and cathode negative terminal of the supply, which means that the thyristor, the SCR, is in forward biased condition. So with this anode positive, cathode negative, your junctions J1 and J3 become forward biased, whereas J2 becomes reverse biased. Okay. Now, this is the VI characteristics graph that we have seen earlier. This is reverse blocking mode. In this mode, thyristor is off. This second mode is forward blocking mode, in which the thyristor is still off. But in third mode, which is forward conduction mode, at point N, thyristor turns on and it shifts to point N and then it keeps on conducting. So this NK is the mode. NK region, which is forward conduction mode, this is the on state of SCR. Whereas these two are the off states of SCR. Okay. In this mode, reverse blocking mode, anode is negative, cathode is positive, which means thyristor is reverse biased. Whereas in forward blocking mode, anode is positive, cathode is negative, which means thyristor is forward biased. And that is the first and foremost condition required for the thyristor to turn on. That is, anode has to be positive, cathode has to be negative. Okay. As we keep on increasing this voltage, anode voltage, that is the voltage across anode to cathode of the thyristor, called as anode voltage VA, and as it reaches to a value called as forward breakover voltage, which is VBO, once it reaches this voltage, your thyristor turns on. So for the thyristor to turn on, this voltage has to be reached, VBO. Before this voltage, thyristor does not turn on. Only after it reaches this voltage, that is only after the anode to cathode voltage becomes VBO, thyristor turns on and it starts conducting. This is what we have seen. Now based on this same thing, we have our first method of triggering SCR. This is called as forward voltage triggering. What happens in this? The same circuit I have taken, this is the same circuit that we have taken for understanding VI characteristics of SCR. Here is the supply voltage represented by E. This is the load connected to that. Then this is your thyristor with anode and cathode here. This is gate, and to the gate there is a small triggering circuitry. About this triggering circuitry we will see in the next method. Let us first consider here that the switch is open, which means that this triggering circuit is not applied to the gate. Okay. So your anode is connected here, see, to positive. Similarly, cathode here, see, this cathode is connected to negative. So this first condition of turning on SCR is satisfied here, that is, your thyristor is forward biased. Anode is positive, cathode is negative. And the voltage that will come across the SCR, it is called as anode voltage VA. So the first condition here, anode is positive, cathode is negative, gate switch is open because this circuit is not yet applied. This switch is open, so that switch is represented here. Gate is not applied yet. With this condition, J1 and J3 are forward biased, J2 is reverse biased. Now because this junction J2 is reverse biased, you will see here this red line, and there is one more red line here. So this region, which is enclosed within red lines, this shows the depletion region. See, whenever there is a reverse biased junction, always there will be a depletion region. Depletion region meaning there are no charge carriers here or a very few charge carriers here. And because there are no charge carriers in this depletion region, the current cannot flow. Because the current cannot flow, the thyristor cannot turn on. So for the thyristor to turn on, somehow this depletion region has to get vanished. Okay. Now how is it to be done? This anode to cathode voltage which we are applying here through the supply voltage, it is kept on increasing. The same thing what happens in VI characteristics. VA is kept on increasing, and once it reaches forward breakover voltage VBO, what will happen is there will be charge carriers present here in the depletion region when this VBO is reached, and this depletion region will get vanished. You can see here in this there is no depletion region, because anode to cathode voltage has now reached this value VBO, and that is why depletion region is vanished. Once the depletion region vanished, the current flowing from anode to cathode will increase. Why is it increasing? Is because once the depletion region vanishes here, we say that there is avalanche breakdown here in junction J2. Avalanche breakdown जावप म्हणजे depletion region गायब जावप. Okay. So because this depletion region is vanishing, your current can flow, and that is how your thyristor is turned on. So this is first method, forward voltage triggering, and this is what happens in that method. First there is depletion region because junction J2 is reverse biased. Then as the anode to cathode voltage, that is VA voltage, is kept on increasing, it reaches to a value called VBO. At VBO, depletion region vanishes. That you can see here, depletion region is not there. Because depletion region is not there, current can easily flow, thyristor turns on. Okay, so this is your first method. Now let's see the second method. For the second method also we have taken the same circuit. In this circuit, what we will do in this method, what we will do is we will apply this circuitry. Okay, how to apply this circuitry? By turning this switch on. Now let us see what happens here. First condition, that is anode is positive, cathode is negative, so your thyristor is forward biased. With thyristor forward biased, junction J2 is reverse biased, J1 and J3 are forward biased. Okay, the same thing what had happened earlier. Now with junction J2, there is depletion region here which is shown by these two lines. Okay, so there is depletion region here, which means that there are no charge carriers here. Because there are no charge carriers, current cannot flow. Now what we do? We close this switch. Switch closing meaning this circuitry is applied to this gate. Okay, once it is applied to the gate, there will be a positive voltage, positive DC voltage applied here at the gate. Now this positive DC voltage is called as gate trigger pulse. This gate trigger pulse, when it is given at the gate, it means that we are closing this switch. This switch close is shown here as switch close here. And once this gate trigger pulse is applied, current IG, which is called as gate current, will start flowing into the gate. Okay, gate meaning this inner P layer. You can see 4 layers here. The third layer is the gate layer. Once gate current starts flowing here, the electrons present here in N region will be shifted towards P region. And once the electrons shift here, these electrons will enter into this depletion region. And once the depletion region gets electrons, it is no more depletion region. The depletion region vanishes. Okay, the depletion region vanishes here. Once it vanishes, the current will start flowing. So this is how gate triggering works. What happens in gate triggering? First, the switch is turned on. When it is turned on, gate trigger pulse is applied. Gate trigger pulse दिता त्यांना हांगा gate current flow जाता. Gate current flow जाता त्यांना हांगासर N regionan जे electrons असतात ते P regionan वयता. Electrons हांगा पावता त्यांना depletion region गायब जाता, which means that there is avalanche breakdown at J2. Once there is avalanche breakdown, that is once the depletion region vanishes, current can now freely flow from anode to cathode. So this is how the thyristor is turned on. Now, you see, when in the earlier case, we had increased this anode to cathode voltage. This voltage VA we had increased. Whereas in this case, we have not increased this anode to cathode voltage. It is not increased to this level. The anode to cathode voltage has not reached this value VBO. Before reaching this value VBO only, the thyristor turns off. The thyristor turns on. Why is it turning on? Because there is gate trigger pulse applied here. So if the intensity of gate trigger pulse is greater, then the voltage at which, the forward voltage at which thyristor turns on will be smaller. I will explain that here in the next slide. If you have not understood that, just listen to the next slide. See, this is the condition. Okay, anode is positive, cathode is negative. So your thyristor is in forward bias condition. Junctions J1 and J3 are forward biased, J2 is reverse biased. Once there is gate trigger pulse given here, thyristor turns on. Okay, now thyristor turns on. In the earlier method, in the forward voltage triggering, gate was not applied, gate was open. In the first method, gate was open. So when gate is open, there will be no current flowing through gate. Only when the gate is closed, there is current flowing through gate. When the gate is open, when the switch is open, there is no current flowing through gate. So that is shown here by Ig. Ig is 0. When Ig is 0, you need to have anode to cathode voltage reaching at this value VBO, then only your thyristor will turn on. So when Ig is 0, you have to have value VBO for your anode to cathode voltage, then only the thyristor turns on. Whereas in this method, in gate triggering method, what is done? There is one current, there is gate trigger pulse given. So there is current Ig flowing. So this is the first gate trigger pulse. Let us consider this is first gate trigger pulse. At this current Ig, before reaching this value, पयलींच तो thyristor on जाता. पयलींच म्हटल्यार हांगा ह्या पॉइंटार वो पॉइंट V1, ही वोल्टेज आसा ती V1. ही वोल्टेज V1 हेजो वॅल्यू हेज्या वॅल्यू पेक्षा कमी आसा. हांगा पळय, हांगा 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 असो वचत येतलो. सो V1चो वॅल्यू हांगा कमी आसा, VBOचो वॅल्यू चड आसा. सो जेन्ना गेट दिता, गेट ट्रिगर पल्स दिता, तेन्ना ही वोल्टेज कमी आसता. सो यू नीड नॉट रीच दिस वॅल्यू ऑफ वोल्टेज, पयलींच तो ऑन जाता. ओके, आतां जर वो करंट वाडयलो, वो जो गेट ट्रिगर पल्स आसा तेजी इंटेन्सिटी जर चड केली, चड एम्प्लिट्यूडाचो जर हांगा गेट ट्रिगर पल्स दीत, जाल्यार चड करंट फ्लो जातलो. चड करंट म्हणजे वो Ig2. वो मातसो कमी आसा, हेजी इंटेन्सिटी मातशी चड आसा. सो Ig2 इज ग्रेटर करंट एज कंपेर्ड टू Ig1. सो जेन्ना Ig2 चड करंट दिता, तेन्ना ही वोल्टेज येतली. ह्या वोल्टेजीचेर thyristor ऑन जातलो. सो यू सी हियर, जेन्ना गेट करंट नासता, गेट करंट नासता म्हणजे गेट ट्रिगर पल्स हांगा दिवंक ना, तेन्ना VBO पावपाक जाय करंट, म्हणजे तेन्ना वोल्टेज VBO पावपाक जाय. जेन्ना गेट पल्स दिता हांगा, एक बारीकशी गेट पल्स दिता विथ स्मॉल इंटेन्सिटी, तेन्ना V1 पावपाक जाय. आनी जेन्ना चड इंटेन्सिटीची गेट पल्स दिता तेन्ना V2 पावपाक जाय. सो यू सी हियर, Ig इज लेसर, इट इज 0. Ig1 इज ग्रेटर देन Ig. Ig2 इज स्टील ग्रेटर देन Ig1. सो सगळ्यांत चड हांगा Ig2. Ig2 सगळ्यांत चड म्हणजे ह्या गेट ट्रिगराचो इंटेन्सिटी सगळ्यांत चड आसा. हेजी इंटेन्सिटी कमी आसा, हेजी इंटेन्सिटी कांयच ना, कित्याक की हो 0. जेन्ना इंटेन्सिटी चड तेन्ना वोल्टेज कमी. वोल्टेज अक्रॉस एनोड टू कॅथोड रिक्वायर्ड इज लेस. इंटेन्सिटी मातशी कमी, वोल्टेज आनी मातशी चड. इंटेन्सिटी सामकी कमी, वोल्टेज आनी मातशी चड. सो योर Ig2 is greater than Ig1 is greater than Ig, and whereas V2 is less than V1, less than VBO. सो हांगा कितें जातलें, जशी जशी इंटेन्सिटी वाडत वयता गेट ट्रिगर पल्साची, तशी तशी वोल्टेज जी ऑन जावपाक जाय पडटा ती कमी कमी जायत वयता. ओके, so that is what means by these two statements. So this is your gate trigger pulse. There are two more things which are important here. See, once this switch is turned on and once your gate current starts flowing here, there is anode current flowing from anode to cathode, which is shown by this pink arrow. We call this current as IA. जेन्ना IA flow जाता तेन्ना thyristor on जाता. आता जेन्ना IA फ्लो जावपाक लागलो, thyristor ऑन जालो की ही गेट ओपन केल्या जाता. When your thyristor turns on, you can remove this gate. Even when this gate is removed, your thyristor will keep conducting. But there is one condition. This current IA has to reach to a minimum value of current. Then only you can remove this gate. जर पहिलीच गेट ओपन केली जाल्यार तो परत ऑफ जातलो. सो हांगा IA आसा तो एक वॅल्यू पावपाक जाय and that value is called as latching current. So the current flowing through the thyroscale has to reach to a minimum value called as latching current. Then only your thyroscale will keep conducting even if the gate trigger pulse is removed. So that current I have shown here. You can see here. This is the gate trigger pulse given. Okay. Now this pink dot you can see here. This shows latching current. वो म्हटल्यार वो value. इतको व्हॅल्यू हेजो जावपाक जाय करंट IA इतको व्हॅल्यू तरी पावपाक जाय तेन्नाच तो ऑन रावतलो इवन इफ गेट ट्रिगर पल्स काडीत जाल्यार. सो लॅचिंग करंट इज द मिनिमम व्हॅल्यू ऑफ एनोड करंट that the thyroscale should attain so as to remain in on state, so as to remain conducting even if the gate pulse is removed. So that is called as latching current. This is about turning on of the SCR. If the SCR has to be turned off, then this anode current has to reach to a minimum value called as holding current, which is shown here by this green dot. That is this much value. It has to drop down to this much value, which is called as holding current. When this current drops down to this value, holding current, your thyroscale will turn off. Okay, so latching current is associated with turn on of the thyroscale and holding current is associated with SCR turn off. Latching current म्हटल्यार कितें? Latching current म्हटल्यार वो IA तितको जावपाक जाय, तितको जाता तेन्नाच ही गेट काडपाक मेळटा आनी वो thyroscale ऑन जावन उरतलो. आतां ऑन जावन उरतकूच आफ्टर सम टायम इट हॅज टू बी टर्न्ड ऑफ. सो ऑफ जावपाक तेका परत व्हॅल्यू कमी जावचो पडटा. जेन्ना तेजो व्हॅल्यू कमी जातलो आनी होल्डिंग करंटाचेर पावतलो तेन्ना तो ऑफ जातलो. ओके, सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट गेट ट्रिगरिंग मेथड. The next method we have the third method. There are altogether 5 methods you have to study. This is the third method. Third method is dV by dt triggering. Okay. Now in this what is happening? The first condition, anode has to be positive, cathode has to be negative. That is making your thyroscale forward biased with J1 forward biased, J3 forward biased, whereas J2 reverse biased. Okay. Jenna J2 reverse biased जाता तेन्ना हांगा एक depletion layer येतलें which is depleted of charges. You see here, this depletion region, which is junction J2s, here there are charges in N region, again here there are charges in P region. So हांगासर कांय charges ना आनी हांगा charges आसा, हांगा charges आसा. So this forms like a capacitor with this upper plate having these charges and lower plate having these charges. So junction J2 acts like a capacitor. Okay, and you have this forward leakage current flowing in this condition, which is a very small amount of current. That current acts like a charging current. Okay, so as your voltage increases, as VA increases, charging current also increases, and the charging current is dependent upon rate at which this anode voltage changes with respect to time. जर ते कळोंक ना जाल्यार हांगा पळया कितें जाता तें. हांगा डिप्लेशन रिजन जाता, हांगा चार्जेस आसा, हांगा चार्जेस आसा, सो हो जालो कॅपॅसिटर. जंक्शन J2 acts like a capacitor. वो जो forward leakage current आसा तो तेजो charging current. Okay. Now this charging current is given by this equation, derivative of Q with respect to time. So d by dt of Q. Q म्हटल्यार charges. हांगासर तुमका charging current आसा. Current is constituted by charges. So that is why this Q is given here. So this is derivative of charges with respect to time. IC charging current is equal to dq by dt. आता वो जो charge असा, Q असा, charge equation is always capacitance of the capacitor multiplied by voltage across the capacitor. Now voltage across the capacitor is anode to cathode voltage, so ती VA. आणि CJ म्हटल्यार ह्या कॅपॅसिटराचे capacitance. So it is d by dt of, in place of Q we are substituting CJ into VA. Okay. आता हेजो डेरिवेटिव काडप. हेजो डेरिवेटिव काडटाना पयली CJ आसा तो कॉन्स्टंट दवरप आनी मागीर VA कॉन्स्टंट दवरप. जेन्ना CJ कॉन्स्टंट आसता तेन्ना कॉन्स्टंट आसा तो भायर येता आनी डेरिवेटिव ऑफ VA प्लस आता हो कॉन्स्टंट, पयली हो कॉन्स्टंट आसलो हांगा, आता VA कॉन्स्टंट तो भायर काडलो, d by dt of CJ. This is the derivative of this. Now हेजे जे कॅपॅसिटन्स आसा, J2 चे कॅपॅसिटन्स आसा ते कॉन्स्टंट उरतले, ते चेंज जावचे ना. whereas the voltage across capacitor, which is VA, voltage change जायत रावतली. So हे जे CJ आसा कॅपॅसिटन्स ते कॉन्स्टंट उरता ऑलमोस्ट, आनी ताका लागून CJ आसा तें डेरिवेटिव ऑफ CJ will be 0, because derivative of constant value is always 0. Derivative of some constant is 0. ताका लागून derivative of CJ with respect to time d by dt of CJ is equal to 0. आता हे जर 0 जालें जाल्यार हो टर्म आसा तो 0 जातलो. VA into d CJ by dt आसा तो VA into 0 जातलो. So हो टर्म जालो 0. हो टर्म जर 0 जालो जाल्यार उरलो हो टर्म. So your IC will be equal to CJ into dVA by dt. So your IC charging current is given by CJ into dVA by dt. So this means that as the voltage across anode VA changes with respect to time, charging current changes. So as this increases, this will also increase. As this increases, charging current increases, and that is how your thyristor will turn on. So this is dV by dt triggering. dV by dt triggering is related to junction J2 behaving like a capacitor. आणि हे equation charging current. The next method is temperature triggering. Temperature triggering म्हटल्यार leakage current जसो flow जाता थायरिस्टरान तसो त्याचं टेम्परेचर वाढत वयता, आणि टेम्परेचर वाढत वयता तसो लिकेज करंट वाढत वयता. जसो जसो टेम्परेचर वाढत वयता तसो तसो लिकेज करंट वाडटा, आणि टेम्परेचराक लागून थायरिस्टर ऑन जाता. ओके. Last method is light triggering. Now what is done here? There is a gap made here. This gap is called as recess. There is gap made here in the inner P layer, आणि हांगासरल्यान लायट घालता. हांगासरल्यान लायट घालतकूच हांगासर चार्ज कॅरियर्स जाता which vanish the depletion region. Okay, and that is how your anode to cathode current flows, thyristor turns on. This is similar to the second method, gate triggering method. थंय गेटाकडे पल्स दिल्ली, हांगासर लायट घातल्या. So because of light, there are charge carriers produced here, and your thyristor turns on. But the first and foremost condition for all the 5 methods is anode has to be connected to positive terminal of the supply, cathode has to be connected to the negative terminal of the supply. That is, your thyristor has to be in forward biased condition. Also, because there is light used here for turning on the SCR, it is also called as LASCR, that is light activated SCR. So these are all the 5 methods used for turning on of the SCR, also called as firing methods or triggering methods, which you have to start. Okay, thank you.